Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to work on the dot pan for those of you that might be slightly dot pan challenged. Okay, I have tried to prepare here for things that you should understand to start with. I do not have a solid pan big enough to hold my beautiful dot pan, so I take a double layer of aluminum foil just to give some support, and I put my dot pan over it, and I just make a little bit of a handle on each side. Now, my dot pan is ready to go. See how you can now hold it a little bit better. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna mix our ingredients. Okay, I think you can do this. Now, I happen to have mackerel, but you can use tuna, you can use anything you have in the way of cans. And I have drained it just a little bit, not much, enough to save a little bit for the cat and the dog. Okay, easy so far? Okay, no problems, right? Okay, now 2 eggs. These are good size eggs, so I'm gonna just use 2. We can always adjust later. Ew, what's that? Oh, guess it was fish. I had a little problem with my video makeup this morning, so excuse me. Okay, now, the recipe calls for half flour of regular kind and half of tapioca. I just use whatever I have. This happens to be half regular and half paleo, so a little bit of gluten-free. In it goes. Okay. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit before we put it in our blender, just to give the blender a little bit of a break. Okay. Oh, see how nice and yummy this looks? I can't tell you how good this smells here. Oh, wow. Okay. Getting there, getting there. Okay, now, the recipe does call for a dash of olive oil, and I do think that's important because we're not oiling this little pan or anything. Okay, so here's our olive oil. We're going to do just a dash. All right, and we're going to mix it a little bit. Now, I have used a food processor for this or a blender, and I think because the most challenged of you thought you were using a blender, so we'll try that today. All right, here is our blender. And I do have my oven preheating at 350. Okay, now, where was I? This is the problem with age. Okay, so in it goes into the blender. Oh, and we already have a customer. We have a little puppy dog here going, "Are you making more dots for me?" Yes, I am, and these are mackerel, Cricket. See how yummy this looks? Yum, 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 yum. All right, since we won't be using this spoon again, well, we might, never mind. So Cricket will spare her the lick. Okay, on goes the lid. On goes our... We're going to be patient. Okay, let's give it a little, with this wonderful spatula. See that great spatula? Okay. What we're doing is we're making this into a little bit of a dough. A little sticky dough. On. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Do you see? Okay. Oh, wow. Take a look. That is our batter. Isn't that nice? Okay. Now, perhaps this is where some of you were most challenged. We're going to take a good bit of this and we're going to just dump it right onto our pan. Okay, and we're now going to spread and squish. And you should enjoy this. Get all of your aggressions out and just rub it back and forth and back and forth. Oh, look at that. You're going to fill the holes. Just pretend like you're on the beach playing with your sandbox and making molds. Okay. Yum. And this builds up the right side of your chest doing this, depending on how thick your dough is. I think this was a good consistency, so we didn't do any adjustments. Okay. Here we go. Now, while you're doing this, you can ponder things, you can ponder life, you can meditate, you can, contemplate your day's activities. You can think about emailing your friends every day because they're in quarantine and probably don't have enough to do. Think about maybe training your dog. Well, that's what this is for, right? And I would like to point out that these are the perfect size for the Manners Minder. Okay, see how nice they're filling in? And all I'm doing is using the back of my spoon that we will let Cricket lick in a moment. Okay, so you're just going to scrape all the excess off and into the adjacent holes. I must have made a double recipe last time because I filled this up twice. Okay. Not bad so far, huh? See, it's pretty easy. Most people can handle this. Oh, look at how nice. I love this. Maybe it's just certain personalities that just get a charge out of filling up these little dots. Maybe we should worry about those of us who get a charge out of this. Okay, now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to obsess on filling in these holes on the outside. So what they're going to do is they'll come out more like crumbs, but that's okay because you can still lift your whole ones. Okay, is that easy or what? Now, do you see any problems there so far? Okay, now I'm going to take this and put it in my preheated oven at 350. See how nice it looks? Okay, here we go. And we'll pull this out. And, oh, what's this? A mess. All right, and here goes our dots into the oven. And set your timer for 25 minutes. Okay, and in that 25 minutes, you can now go clean your house, do laundry, pay bills. Okay, we'll be back. Hold on.